Hello, everyone. All right, we don't need intro. I'm just gonna get this done. Hello, Cap. I request to be anonymous. I'm starting an HVAC company and have been in the field for 8 years now. That's perfect, dude. My background: your late 20s, old male, dropped out of university at 20 to learn a trade. Was a supply chain management major. Smart move. Smart move. And now you're a real man. Instead of somebody, I got certified by whatever uses supply chain management. I know how you feel about business major dude bras starting companies. However, you are an exception. Yeah, you're a tradesman. You work a real job. I live in a major metro and the traffic is horrible. It is horrible in that town. I've driven through it several times. Do you think I should relocate or stay in this potential left leaning state? The lawmakers have made it annoyingly difficult to get a license in my state, having required potential contractors to have at least 3 references from other contractors and 5 years experience. See, now when I read that the first time, I was like, okay, it's government overreach, and now but you know what? I can't blame them. Not you, sir, or HVAC people in general, but contractors in general are such worthless, incompetent children. I'm not slamming on you guys. I'm describing you. That I could see. We're talking about the housing stock and just outright fraud. And it really is trying to get a seventh grade boy who's now got the legal right to drink and do drugs if he wants to do their job right. And I could see they're just such low quality. I got a couple buddies in real estate, and they're like, no, I just do my work myself because the contract one, you can't find them, and the good ones are already booked out because they go, you find out quickly. Oh, those are the good ones. The rest of them are worthless. And I do mean that. Like, there's no reason for you to do it. Like, you should just wait for the guys who got it together, or you could do it yourself, which is it's not easy. It takes some doing, especially, electrical work that takes some doing. You don't want to screw that up. But a lot of the other stuff, like you could do it. What would take them 3 hours to do would take you 3 days to do, but you'll learn it, you'll get it done, and you'll know it's done the right way. But because it's probably the least real. I mean, you're barely employed. I mean, you guys all might as well be going on welfare because you're not producing anything of value to society. So I could see where they started cracking down, where there was enough complaints filed to whatever Secretary of State or Department of Labor or whatever. So I could see why they passed that law because your coworkers, your colleagues in that field and profession, not just HVAC, all of them are alcoholics, drunks, losers, drug addicts, and just unprofessional people. Heck, I got a client. He started a channel called Dumbass Contractors. Take a look. An old man telling you, like, show up on time, really basic stuff. So I am somewhat sympathetic with you, but and you may be one of the hardworking ones that show up on time. Uh, but your colleagues have ruined that market for you, so you almost are compelled to move out. Uh, Lawmakers, booty, booty, boo. Problem with this is former bosses refuse to give me a reference as they see me as more competition. Right, you are, and you probably put most of them out of business if you show up on time. And that's the childish mentality. That's boomer mentality. A few buddies of mine started a roofing company and asked me to join. However, they are business majors and already had one salesman fall on a roof and die. I think I am dodging a bullet by night going into sales with it. No, no, you never go into business with someone. Never, never. One of my best videos ever. It's an old one too. Never take on a business partner. Never. There's no reason to. I've never seen it work. All my years in banking and finance, I've never seen a business partner work. One guy does all the work and has all the money. The other guy's a piece of shit. Right? I have taken courses in college on accounting. I have a basic understanding of small business accounting works. Good. Perfect. I have looked at other states like Colorado, Illinois, and Missouri. Why would you go to Illinois? Do you hate yourself? That do not require an HVAC license in the state level, just the local or county. Or should I go out of this state and work in another to gain references and then move back? Thanks for all you do. I would leave. I would leave. You're youngish. What's wrong with Texas? Are those the only 3 states that you could go to where you don't need a recommendation? But yeah, I would move to whatever state it is that allows you to set up a business and go work. Absolutely. Um, because here's the thing, I if let's go through the 3 rules. Show up on time, show up sober, and do the job. That's it. Do the job right. That's implied. I know sometimes you gotta spell it out for the middle schoolers of America called contractors, but you do it right. And if you do that, not only do you have every right, in my opinion, to be a contractor of whatever trade, you can run a business. You gotta get your employees to do that, though. That's a little bit different. But yeah, you have every right to go into business. Now, here's where the gray area comes in. Ideally, you find a state that allows you to go and work and set up a company, right? Some of them may require a licensure. All right, maybe you got to go. Maybe you do have to go to Missouri. I don't know. But go there and get it so that you can work. Wherever you got to go to start working on your own yourself, go there, move. Because and there's nothing really wrong with your state, but ain't no much right with it either. And I think you should travel anyway. So if you could go travel and find a job in any other state, I mean, obviously not California, obviously not New York, obviously not Minnesota, obviously not Michigan. But any and obviously not major cities. Unless you're out in the burbs or something, you could get some work. But go and just work, even if you're working for someone else, just get out of the state, travel a little bit for that reason unto itself. Preferably on top of that, you could just start up a business because you got the years experience and the state doesn't require it. Any kind of licensure or years of references or anything like that. But the other thing is, contractors are in such short supply. Um, you might be able to just open up a business anyway or do not necessarily under the table. I don't know what the rules and laws are. Like, you could maybe get arrested for operating without a license. I don't know. This is obviously where you try and find a state that doesn't require that. But everyone's so hard up for contractors. If you just show up, do your job, I don't know if they're really going to care. I mean, how many people go to check to see if you're licensed? I mean, go get bonded and insured. Do that. But then I'd go do your HVAC work. And so it's under the table. You go on a work site. You need extra work. Start collecting names. Maybe you go work for a guy part time just to get a book of business. And then just start doing it. Because contractors never work off the books, right? They never do that. So there you go. All right. Any super chats? Oh, we do. Yeah, it is late night, Cappy. $5, ADE613, new guy. Happy. Hey, Cappy, a bit off topic, but I've heard you've been watching some anime recently. I was wondering what your opinions on JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. I don't know. I'd have to watch it. Like, I don't binge on a ton of anime. I just had some free time finally to watch it. Some people recommended. I watched One Punch Man and Death Note, or most of Death Note, and I just did a review of it. And I haven't watched any more anime. All my fans, the people that are supposed to be on my team, the people that like me, they're trying to get me to watch this kitty tentacle prawn thing. Which I don't know how you thought that would work, because if I started to look it up, it's not going to be on Amazon and Netflix. So well played, but short-sighted. I think the next one, I don't know. I gotta look. Maybe Berserker. Everyone keeps recommending Berserker. Long story short, $2. Pro tip: do not fall behind on your workers' comp. Yeah, well, that's why you would do accounting. I know. This isn't just contractors. This is every small business person. I know you think the rules don't apply to you, and that accounting is optional, and that's why you have your wife doing the numbers in crayon. And then you go to banks that I worked at and I need a loan. Is it for cousin fucking? How'd you know? Because we're in Wyoming. Oh, yeah, so we are. Yeah, you got to pay workers' comp. You got to pay your taxes, got to get insurance. Sometimes got to get a license too. All right, that's it. See you guys later. Toodles.